Hi everyone, I want to share with you how to make these super easy and flavorful sliders that are perfect for entertaining and is perfect for game day, and since Super Bowl is right around the corner, they'll make the perfect appetizer for your Super Bowl party. So let's go ahead and let's get started. So let's go over some of our equipment and our ingredients that we'll be using. Now, since we're in January, I am going to use my indoor grill, and I did a product review about this grill, and I'll make sure that I link it because we use this grill all the time. But if it's like spring, summer, or you just have nice weather outside, I would highly recommend that you make these sliders on a charcoal grill because the smoke taste it makes it really, really good. Okay, so we have some Hawaiian rolls here, and all I'm going to do is cut them in half to make the sliders. I have a nice and ripe avocado. You'll definitely need one that's ripe. I have some green chilies here. Now, I have the mild taste because I don't like things like really, really hot, but if you can take that heat, you can get the hot version of the green chilies. I have one garlic clove here. And this is my red onion keeper here. I'm going to slice up really thin some red onion and put them on top of the meat after it is done. I also have some salsa here and some cilantro right here. This is my herb keeper. I always use salt and pepper to flavor my meat. And I'm going to put that clove of garlic in there also. I have a lime here, and I have some ground beef. Now, depending on how many you need to make, that is how you adjust your ground beef. But just for like the basic sliders, I'll put the measurements somewhere on the screen to go across for the exact measurements. So the first thing that I'm going to do is make my version of guacamole, and here I have just one guacamole scooped out into the bowl. I have about a tablespoon of cilantro, a tablespoon of the mild chilies, and a tablespoon of lemon juice, and some kosher salt. But just a quick tip, avocados will turn brown if you don't put some type of citrus on them, kind of like, apples. So what you do, the lime juice or the lemon juice, even if you're not making the guacamole, to keep them from turning brown, you just want to put a little bit of lemon or lime juice, and that'll stop them from browning. Okay, so all I'm going to do now is take my fork, add these three ingredients, a little bit of salt, and I'm going to take the back of this fork and just mash everything up. So we have our guacamole made up, and as long as you have a nice and ripe avocado, it does not take long to mix up. So we're going to set this off to the side, and next we're going to go ahead and we're going to start on our ground beef. And I have a pound of ground beef here. I have my fresh ground pepper and salt and salsa. We're going to put about a half a cup of salsa into the pound of ground beef, and I also have my garlic clove in here that I am going to add in here. I'm going to mince it and add it in here. Now, when you're making your sliders, you want to make them a little bit bigger than the actual rolls to allow for shrinkage, because a lot of times the ground beef is either like 80% lean or 93% lean, so it's going to shrink a little bit, and you don't want all of that bread and a small piece of the slider meat. So I'm going to make the ground beef a little bit bigger, and I'm going to also go ahead and preheat my indoor grill, and I'll come back and show you everything, and we'll put everything on the grill and get those made up. So while our grill is preheating, I wanted to just show you the actual sliders. They're not perfect, but what I did was I went ahead while everything was preheating, and I sliced my rolls in half. Now, do not put raw meat on the bun to measure it before it's cooked. What I did was I just got about 3 little pinches of the ground beef, and I rolled it up in a ball, and then I eyed the actual roll I added and kind of made the sliders where they would be a little bit bigger than the actual bun, because remember, it is some shrinkage that's going to happen. So once that's done, all I have to do is put it on there. But I just use this as a guide. I didn't put the raw meat on there, just as a guide to kind of get my size right for the sliders. So now, once I get the beat that everything has preheated, I'll go ahead and I'll put my sliders on the grill, and we'll go ahead and let those cook. And once they're done, I'll show you the assembly process. Now we are ready for the assembly. Like I said, I just cut the rolls in half. Just use a sharp knife and cut them in half. And so now we're going to assemble them. So the first thing we're going to do is put like a little teaspoon of the salsa on the bottom. And then we're going to put our sliders on top of the salsa, which didn't take long at all because they're so small and they're not very thick. And then we'll put like a couple of little slivers of red onion on top of the sliders, and then we'll top it off with our guacamole mixture, and that is pretty much it. They are so good, flavorful, and very quick to make. So we'll assemble those, and that's all you have to do. So how quick and easy is that? You know, I am a fan of like forming an assembly line, and you can really knock a lot of these sliders out in no time and be ready for your guests. As always, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you share this video with your family and your friends, and I also hope that you give this recipe a try. If you're not a subscriber, we would love to have you as a subscriber, so make sure you tap the bell so that you can receive notification each and every time that we upload a video. Again, thank you so much for watching, and until the next video, bye-bye.